Amazing evening, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Sincere apologies for starting later than I promised. I was trying to connect to the guest we were supposed to get today, but unfortunately, the under the weather, a bit under the weather, and he know if he may come to join us. So that's what took my time. Sincere apologies. But welcome to the show all the same. We're here to give you some buzzwords as to waiting they happen for inside the country and waiting don't happen today for inside the country. My name is Precious Amy. It was a pleasure to be with you guys to bring you things where they happen for inside Nigeria. Oh yeah, make I give one of the hot topics them sharp, 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 so that we go fit handle them quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay. So for insights of hot to read them where they trend with wicked debunked rumors of medical trip. Now, if you remember, since last week or I think 2 weeks ago, when the trend say Weekend no well, his slum, people were carrying it. I told you guys I wasn't going to carry that news. If you remember, I said I was not going to carry that news because I know Wike very well. He will come out and shame his enemies. And I say, if I know that's it, don't come back or happen. It can't be like saying a fake news and people they give because nobody can really tell if truly he was sick or not. So that's why it's always very, very, very dicey to carry such stories about such people, generally. So, well, in don't debunk them. And then the same way too, don't admit, say, in travel out of Nigeria anyway, or but saying a vacation. Then he don't threaten Shawore other critics. As a matter of fact, don't be smoke basketballs. He said, Shawore, you lucky. Guess what? Shawore not even one here. So Shawore get to call him plenty names. He said drunkard, murderer, Shawore, you don't know say we can follow for body of benchers. If you they call him drunkard, murderer, you will get evidence. That's now what people they talk or not be me they talk and because the war of words they very serious. People come they say, you hold your evidence. Not be said tomorrow now they go call you now. Evidence no go deal. You hold your evidence. Well, this is the part of the matter that we go look at and we go look at the basketballs where they happen for inside that side. As Wike also, of course, naturally today get a 2 whole hours interview. 2 whole hours interview with channels television. Say usually when they get interview, 1 hour need is sabi they reach them because sabi get plenty things we be say won't talk about. So 2 hours interview now it gets today, and he talk a lot of things. But one of the things we be say I would like me to put mouth inside now as he talk concerning the River State emergency where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu lift. And then waiting in talk about the lifting of the emergency. The rest of I may not want to just talk about it. As in talk, say I spoke with Fubara ahead of his return. That's what he talk. Because today people just surprised. Say, where Fubara? Where did he go to? The president had announced yesterday or had called off his suspension yesterday together with other people. Now, House of Assembly don't meet. They don't even sit down except for inside plenary. Him, nowhere to be found. People don't gather. They wait for him. Say, Oga, come, make we welcome you. At some point, they just got tired and they dispersed. They no feed again. Where is Fubara? Where is Fubara? That's the waiting people they ask. Meanwhile, as you get to do with the emergency rule, tell Nigerians how Ibas managed rivers resources. Adegboruwa don't they tell Tinubu say it go good. Make Nigerians understand how the military administrator use manage the resources of River State. For the 6 months when rule and allocation be they giving to them for 6 months, waiting be the things then when do how you use manage the resources of River State. Tell Nigerians that's now it's they talk. Meanwhile, emergency rule suspension, Tinubu did Rivers people no favor. And Kyo Briggs, now in the talk that one. Fubara Tinubu playing God in River State. ADC now in the talk this one. Say Tinubu they play God for River State. And then Rivers Assembly probes emergency rule expenditure. How can they probe emergency rule expenditure when it be say the assembly? Nah, weak assembly guys. And by weak assembly guys, they're supposed to be loyal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How can you now want to probe somebody that the whole president brought in there? You guys, what's going on here? What is cooking here? Well, they say they don't ask Fubara to nominate new commissioners very quickly. The Fubara, they never see CMI. Rivers, nothing to celebrate in Fubara's return, Ajo Group declares. And then we move on to other issues. House of Reps members Adamu Sabah accused of defrauding constituents of 5 million naira in fake job appointment. In case you don't understand, 5 million now use defraud in constituents them for fake job appointment we promised them. Now that if that does not shock you, I don't know what will. 2027, Buhari's loyalists rally behind Atiku, criticize APC leadership. So Atiku may likely get the CPC, in fact, the famous or infamous Buhari 12 million votes. Could that be what would happen? I don't know, but we'll look into that conversation. Afriland Towers fire death toll now rises to 10. Tinubu Sonwo-Olu Obasa mourn the dead. And then a large crowd awaits for, but I told you earlier, but Oga no show face at all at all. Meanwhile, there's a story here that is very interesting, what I think concern us all. Because federal government come out this week, tell us they don't spend 330 billion naira on cash when they send to vulnerable Nigerians. I think they send them to about 8 million households to vulnerable Nigerians. And I would like me to look into them so that we'll know how many vulnerable Nigerians perhaps with around your house where you see you think say fee benefit for this kind of expenses, because it's very important that we look into all of this. Because I mean, so we'll go no waiting government they use our money. Welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys and bring on the juice of the gist that when they happen for inside the country. All right, let's get straight to the conversation. Let's begin with Oga Weekend, some things we say get to talk before we enter the matter we get to do with the um 330 billion naira we didn't give to the poor of the poorest. Now, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory is in Wike. Should we even start there? Or maybe we should just start somewhere else. Maybe we should just start with another story. Maybe we should just start with another story. Okay, since this story is already old, so let's start with it. So, now the federal government has said they disbursed 330 billion naira in cash to poor and vulnerable Nigerians through the National Social Safety Net Coordinating Office, NASCO. Now, this was disclosed by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of Economy, Wale Edun, at a meeting of the special presidential panel on the social investment program in Abuja yesterday, Wednesday. In a statement shared by the special advisor on information and strategy to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bayo Nanuga, on his official X handle that today, Thursday, Edu said the social protection program was back on track to cushion the effect of rising price levels. So say that is in case you don't understand. Say they don't start to give people money again so that they go fit help people manage the one way be say prices of things they go up. But I think say inflation don't they come down. So prices of things see they go up when inflation don't they come down. Are we confusing that inflation is not actually coming down? I don't understand, because if they say the reason why they're giving this is because of the inflation that is coming down, then inflation that is going up, then what did we hear about inflation now coming down? Now, he said we are pleased to report that the social protection program put in place as a safety net to help people cope with the rising price level is now firmly back on track. That's what you talk. Edo explains that about 19.7 million poor and vulnerable households, 19.7 million poor and vulnerable households, representing more than 70 million individuals, have been captured in the National Social Register. But not be saying everybody when they captured, now them don't get the money. They say about 70 million and they captured. Now he added that the initiative has was being funded from the 800 million US dollars World Bank facility, with cash already transferred to 15 million households already. So say they don't already transfer cash to 15 million households. So far, about 8.5 million households has received at least one tranche, which is 25,000 naira, while some have received two or three payments. The remaining 7 million households will be paid before the end of this year. That's what he talked. Now, he stressed that the program was anchored on a transparent and sustainable framework, noting that all beneficiaries were verified through their national identity. So the really poor and vulnerable Nigerians get NIN? That's not the question. I mean, by the way, NIN don't hit over 100 million, entrants so far. So maybe it's a good place to a good data to use to pay people. But a lot of questions they unanswered. They said payment. They said payment. He said was made digitally, either through bank accounts or mobile wallets to ensure proper accountability. The very poor and vulnerable Nigerians, they have bank accounts, they have wallets, so there is a lot. And then Nigerians don't they also challenge the federal government to publish these names, make we really even see these people them. And let's also look at verifying them. So the reason I had to start with this conversation, now make all of us begin ask people where they are around us. I beg everybody where they are around us. How many of us actually partake or participate for inside? I mean, for inside this voter registry. If we had a whole over 15 million Nigerians, so they don't give money to, There is no way one or two or three of us here no go get people wey be say don't receive money, abi. It's very important. In fact, we're supposed to get up to like 10, 15 people where we know most of us here know we go don't receive that money. So it's very important that we know if truly people where we know in real life, in reality, partake of this money. Because and you know, say a lot of people don't they talk. Say there is no country that ever gets successful by hand feeding their people. Now there are lots of ways these poor and vulnerable people would have benefited from government's intervention. Most countries, just like people don't talk, they give one sort of subsidy or the other. If not in agricultural or food products, it could be in energy or one thing or the other. Where go reach the poor people or where go reduce, help bring down the prices of things for the poor people. But giving them 25,000 naira, not to one person, no, an entire household gets 25,000 naira. Please, in the Nigeria of today, a tuber of yam, you cannot buy any tuber of yam where I don't know, but in Lagos State where I am, you can't buy any tuber of yam less than 1,500. I mean, not the one will be good, the one will perhaps reach like my hand like this 1,500. So, how many yam will they go buy? How many rice will they won't buy? How many gari they won't buy? A derika of gari where fee no reach just two people for inside the family. God bless you if they are men. Is 800 naira. So how long a family go spend 2,500 naira? Let them not even buy protein. If you just want buy this for my place in River State or where I'm from Ndoki, we need the two value this fish that they call mackerel, be ice fish, mackerel. So we they look at like saying a poor man fish, right? So as poor man fish as that fish could be, even though it's very rich in omega 3, a kilo of it is 7,000 naira. Some people they sell at 7,500. And if you just buy a kilo, now maybe two small pieces go dey inside. How many places you want cut them? So I want to understand how that 25,000 naira go fit really help an entire family. That's what I'm trying to understand. How that 25,000 naira go fit benefit an entire family in a way where be say it go fit sustain them. I don't understand really. Is it that government they out of touch for the things that they happen for inside the country or the prices of things? On what breath did they tell us the prices of things don't they come down? Inflation don't come down for the fifth consecutive time. And on the other breath, now they tell us that the reason we make they don't bring back the safety net programs now because of the rise cost of things. So which one do we really believe from the federal government? I just thought to bring this to the fore, by the way. So by the time I open phone lines, I would really love people to let me know if they know anybody around them we really don't benefit from this because we would really like to know. And then let's even know if that's how that helped them, really. How we take help them for how long? At least were they able to eat with 25,000 naira for 1 month? Because that's what I'm looking at. If you give people a safety measure or something to help them, at least 1 month, that's whatever you're giving to them should be at least able to sustain them for 1 month. So if you give them 25,000 naira, the 25,000 naira is not able to sustain to feed a family for 1 month, then what have we really done for them? Do we say that this initiative by government has been effective enough? These are questions we see a lot of people they ask. And I thought make it say they proper, make we really discuss them because a lot of people they get problem, especially as they get to do with the transparency of this project. Government don't talk, say, oh, then give a lot of the money through cash transfers, through this and that. But how do we verify the people who the real beneficiaries? And how are we sure these real beneficiaries are actually people who deserve it, who are actually hungry? You need to go to rural areas and see what's happening with hunger. I don't even want to talk about the people on the streets around the urban cities. So, how do we ensure that this gets to the right source and not be saying another means again to use siphon money? It should be not this same thing. Now, cause wahala for Buhari administration. What will feed children for inside COVID-19? Now, all these kind of things now. And at this kind of thing, I come mad and better you do. We don't start again. 330 billion naira 330 billion naira. And the Nigerians still they doubt the transparency inside that project. Well, make I move on to Wike and Sowore matter very quickly whilst we move on. So going to Wike and Showere's matter. The minister of the FCT has debunked rumors that he traveled abroad for medical treatment. So, speaking today, Thursday, at the flag up of a road construction project in, I think, the Wuye district of Abuja, Wike said those speculating about his death were engaging in unnecessary politics. He said, you see, the level of this country where we are, we play politics with everything. How can somebody sit down and just say all kinds of things? Where the people saw me, I don't know. The hospital they saw me, I don't know. he said a lot of things. If you realize, if you recall, Sahara reporters have reported, I think last week or so, that the minister of the FCT, Wike, was sick, was hospitalized, was there are lots of stuff like that, and whether he had heart attack and all of those. And now waiting the Mindon report, and that was exactly what he was debunking. And I'm sure say Wike know exactly where this they come from, and I'm waiting make input about. And this is what he had to say. And when I finish listening, get to talk, then I begin put mouth for waiting. Sowore respond to him immediately, and the basketballs when they go on for inside that conversation. Take a listen to this.
Each time I travel, I go with files. I go with CFOs to make sure that the work is not being delayed. But this time around, I said, whatever it is, I must travel. I must. And I must travel without any file. So if the whole place will crumble, let it crumble. Because one has to be alive before you satisfy other people. This job we are doing, there are people waiting for you. The day you drop, they will announce another presidency. So you must make sure while you are working, you also take time out and relax. So I said, let me travel. Before I know it, I was here that they said they were sick. I heard they said they have heart attack. God will continue to help them to have heart attack. It is my prayer I will sign their condolences. It's my prayer very soon I will write a letter, we are sorry, we loved him, but take heart, it's God that gives, it's God that has taken. You see, the level of this country where we are, we play politics with everything. How somebody can sit down, just all kinds of things. Where the person saw me, I don't know. The hospital he saw me, I do not know. And yet, we're all happy reading it in social media. This is a country where somebody who on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You say all kinds of things you want to say, nothing will happen. No matter how you see people criticize Trump, have you ever seen any American citizen on the social media, on the public, say, look, our president is a criminal? Have you ever had that? But yeah, anybody can wake up in the morning and abuse president, and we're happy. You are lucky you have a president that believes in the rule of law. You are lucky. Continue to be lucky. There are those you will meet and you will be lucky again. The ancestors called me that people said they would demonstrate, that we are paying attention to roads, we are not paying attention to health. I could directly listen. Demonstration is allowed everywhere. Everywhere. Nobody would blackmail me. Nobody will stop me from doing what I think is right and do it at the right time.
Right. Yeah. So that's it. So this is him trying to perhaps make Nigerians understand. Say, there's nothing wrong with him prioritizing road projects to health sector, right? So say he go do waiting day right, and he go do them at the right time and at his own time, and nobody's supposed to be held him responsible for him. But you heard what he said there, especially that part when you get to talk. Say, in they lucky, in they lucky. Say people when they talk that thing get luck. Say them they do am with the president. We be say they understand the rule of law. But don't be saying that every time their luck could shine like that. Say get lucky. Then Shawore immediately tweeted this. Let me see if I can get that tweet very quickly. Yep, he tweeted this. So you see what's in ABC in tweet. He talks say, yeah, I heard this. Yeah, I'm not gonna even read that more. Not gonna read them by yourself. Oh, okay, oh, in the year. Yeah, he said, I heard this FCT's drunkard murderer, land grabber, thief minister. He tagged him at Governor Wike Ezenwo. Wike said Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Itag official bad, President handle, should have assassinated me for calling him Tinubu, for calling him that Tinubu is a criminal. Now, in that statement that we came in, we'll not really hear anywhere where he talks say if we assassinate him. We just heard him say that he's lucky that he's doing it with someone who, understands rule of law. But say not be every time in good day that lucky, and not be every time person go do that lucky. Now, Shawara went ahead to say, me, if Nigerians weren't so docile, complacent, and cowardly, criminals, thieves, and murderers like Tagwiki again would never have any leadership role in this country. Sad, Wike stole land in Abuja. Wike robbed the people of River State. And Wike massacred Igbos at Obigbo. Wike should be in The Hague at the International Criminal Court. Oh, wow, that's where the murderer case is coming from. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, my mind no reach there. Okay. All right. So that's what Shawari has to say. And of course, trust a lot of buzzwords to continue. And you know that Wike is not somebody who will just stay silent and not answer you. Now, a lot of people, they worried with this new war of word between Wiki and Shawore, most especially because of Wiki influence for judiciary, especially when they know, say, Wiki need to fight a battle where they say the carry go court, make it no winner. He will win them no matter how. He must come out victorious. So people don't they fear for Shawore life if it be say anything happen and Wiki decide to sue him for defamation or use that the same cyber act law now come against them. How lucky can he get? How will he be able to pull himself out of the situation? That now waiting people to talk. So he tweeted this, and of course, with the short clip of a video under, you can see that's
We're all happy
it.
reading it in social media. This is a country where somebody who on social media will say Mr. President is a criminal. Nothing will happen. Nothing. You say all kinds of things you want to say, nothing will happen. No matter how you see people criticize Trump, have you ever seen any American citizen on the social media, on the public, say, look, our president is a criminal? Have you ever had that? But yeah, anybody can wake up in the morning and abuse president, and we're happy. You are lucky you have a president that believes in the rule of law. You are lucky. Continue to be lucky. There are those you will meet and you won't be lucky again. And I tell people,
Aha. So you heard that? There are those you'll meet. You won't be lucky again. You won't be lucky again. Naisha already lambasted. Well, you know go take you go to hear from Larry Olayinka. I really don't like to pay attention to that because I'd rather Wiki himself have hear what Wiki could talk because go say maybe we will see a media chat where we see this conversation go they help. Or maybe Wiki would disregard him and perhaps just take him to court. I do not know. But this Basbos doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon because part 2, 3, 4, 5, good day. And trust me, I go bring on the details of all the parts we be say good day inside the conversation. But let's go further to the River State conversation as it gets to do with Nyesom Wike. Because today he still had an interview with Channels Television with Shenwo Kimaloye, where he talked a lot of things, especially concerning the resumption of suspension when they don't call off for River State or the state of emergency where they don't call off for River State. Some of the things he had to say, he said that he confirmed that he spoke with the River State Governor Fubara yesterday Wednesday ahead of the governor's planned return to the state following the lifting of emergency rule by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think it was somebody who even reminded me here yesterday that it was wicked. Oh yeah, it was the guest I had visited. It was actually wicked. I was the first person. We tell us say now we visit they don't do the local government election. Say the president will call back Fubara. So, like, he really does know. Now, Wike, the former governor of the state, disclosed this, of course, during an interview on Politics Today with Channels Television today. He said peace had been restored in River State. Where was the peace? After 6 months of emergency rule, noting that political actors were now committed to stability. As I speak to you, as of yesterday, I spoke to the governor, Fubara. I told him I was leaving that night to come back. And he told me he was leaving this morning. So I can tell you that by the grace of God, peace has returned. He said so. He commended the River State House of Assembly for setting the tone for reconciliation, adding, "You can see peace. You can see we are prepared for the interest of the state. Let's move forward." When asked who initiated the conversation between him and the governor, Wike dismissed the question as irrelevant, insisting that what matters is that there is peace again in the state. Okay, so let's just get a bit of excerpt of that conversation. I say I'm not going to talk too
happening
much about
in
his interview
Nigeria.
because you know how lengthy his
I
interview
must
is.
commend Mr. President for lifting the emergency rule in Rivers. So many people have become senior advocates because of the emergency rule. So many people became constitutional experts because of this emergency rule. So many people have become policy analysts because of the so-called emergency rule. For me, and I believe the majority of Rivers people are happy with what Mr. President has done. And what did he do? What was the basis of declaring the state of emergency? The basis of declaring the state of emergency was that one, you remember that the Supreme Court said there was no governance or there was no government in Rivers. Because as at that time, it was only one arm of government that was functioning, being the executive, as if it was functioning. The legislature was not in existence. Again, at the local government level, the Supreme Court set aside the purported election that was held, that it was not in consonance with the law. I remember before now, Supreme Court had already said, look, you cannot have a caretaker committee in the local government because by Section 7 of the Nigerian Constitution just amended guarantees the existence of local government. And therefore, if there is no local government, they cannot derive funding for the federation account. And Mr. President also said so many other things that culminated to the fact that, look, if we don't take these actions, then there is a serious crisis. For me, I will want to appreciate and thank Mr. President for taking that book step. And again, remember, the governor also came out to say, look, but for Mr. President's intervention, it would have been a different thing by now. It would have been a different ballgame.
But you were not happy that time.
Yeah,
You wanted the government to be
as a politician.
Yeah.
As a politician. Yes. But again, for the interest of the state, I mean, Mr. President is my boss. He looks at it. Forget about yes, you're working with me. Forget about yes, the governor may have infringed or may have violated certain provisions of the law that is impeachable, committed impeachable offense. We want peace. And the only way we can bring peace is illegal. Let us declare state of emergency and then see how things can stabilize. And of course, I've led to the meetings of my humble self, the governor, the assembly, the National Assembly, and other key stakeholders, which we all met and agreed on how to move forward. And to the glory of God, as I speak to you, peace returned. As I speak to you, as at yesterday, I spoke with the governor.
Oh, you called, or he called you, or you called him?
It doesn't matter who called, but what's important is that we spoke. We spoke yesterday, and he told me, and I told him I was leaving that night to come back, and he told me he was leaving this morning. So I can tell you, we believe by the grace of God, peace has come. And look at what the assembly did today to set the tone. You can see peace, you can say, look, we are prepared for the interests of the state. Let's move forward. The only thing I can only say, I was watching on television today, is that there are people who are natural crisis builders. who think that they can only benefit when there's crisis. If, for us, for example, if we didn't want this state of emergency to be lifted, we would have done one or two things to make sure that, no, let the state of emergency continue. No, no, for the interest of the state. I've been discussing with the government.
Did you hear that? Did you hear what he said? When I hear what in talk, say if they didn't want the state of emergency to be lifted, they would have done one or two things to ensure that it wasn't lifted. That is if for continued state of emergency for continue. I get a lot of things to talk, but I'd rather just leave everything where I get to talk. Not gonna call in contact because I wish I can chronicle everything will happen and then who these things will happen benefits and why it be say it happened. But then I am tired of talking. You know, I said I protect my mental health for River State matter. So make I just leave and enter inside another piece of the River State matter. Earlier today, crowd being gathered to welcome the governor River State residents today Thursday trooped out in large numbers to welcome Governor Life by following the expiration of his 6 month suspension imposed by the president. And there were plenty of them, plenty of them. They were they were waiting. They waited and waited. It looked like they were in, perhaps some backlight fictional book or movie. They were waiting for Godor because Godor never came. And people come they wonder, say, waiting to happen. But supporters of River State governor they gathered and in fact they started leaving because they got tired. Now, the immediate past local government chairman and other political bigwigs loyal to Fubara were gathered at as early as 6 a.m. They were, however, disappointed at the governor's whereabouts as he remains unknown. It's not clear where he is at the moment. Perhaps maybe as Wiki talk, say as him tell and saying they come back today, he himself, maybe in a night they come back, maybe or they all traveled at the same time, maybe he's out of the country, maybe his flight got delayed. We can't tell. But what we do know is that most of other people then we visit and call up their suspension, like they call up their own, don't resume, and him never resume. And as a matter of fact, nobody don't cite him yet or know anything about him except in the resurface right now while they're on air, and I don't know about him. But that's the story. But then let's move on to other issues as it's got to do with River State. As a human rights lawyer, Ibon Adigboruwa San, you don't ask President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the National Assembly to explain to Nigerians how the immediate past sole administrator of River State, Ibok Ibas, managed the state's resources when he served for 6 months. Now, Adik Baruwa made this call while responding to questions in an interview with, I think, interview, the Morning Brief program with Channels Television. He argued that Rivers, being one of the richest states in Nigeria, has resources and therefore Ibas should explain how he managed resources in 6 months. Additionally, based on Section 305, those who have exercised oversight functions during the emergency period, the President and the Federal Executive Council, the National Assembly, should render a report to the people of Nigeria. Quoting him, he says, I mean, Rivers is one of the richest states in Nigeria. There are resources there. Somebody acted for 6 months and a single individual at that. What is his report? What did he do with the resources? What is the state's, of the handover so far? Those matters should be transparent. And no one way could begin calculate the amount we River State receive in allocation for the past 6 months. If you remember, the months we be say they suspend for Baradi suspended the allocation for that month. They didn't give it, but immediately he came, they appointed him. They gave him the allocation. What did he do with that allocation? We want to know. If you recall earlier, people with the complaint say you don't use the money, it's siphon and you do this one with the money, you do that one with the money. Lots of people no fit tell within or the whereabouts of the funds of River State. But the good thing about this is that we're also surprised and shocked that the House of Assembly members are also requesting for the same thing because they are asking for a thorough, expenditure explanation or plan as to how it be say the sole administrator use spend money. People can't say what's in they happen now. So they're requesting that they should make sure that they check and the sole administrator gets to explain how exactly the money, the allocation of River State was expended within the last 6 months. But a lot of people they worried about that because, excuse me, this money what would they talk about? And the president agree, even though the court had said, the Supreme Court had said that Fubara should not be given allocation because, of course, gets proper legislative structures at that time, and say except then get budget. Yeah, there was no budget too. So except the legislature will be Martin Amehule led hold pass a budget, say make them no give River State allocation. But even at that, the president, I don't want to say he vetoed Supreme Court because it looked like he vetoed the judgment of Supreme Court. He went ahead and gave allocation to River State because at the time he gave allocation, there was no budget passed because there was even no um, legislature at that time because they were all suspended. Even the National Assembly, which sits as people will be second, they carry the functions for them at that time. They had not even sat on the budget, the one that they just passed. When the president gave the money them, what did they do with all of those monies? It's very crazy speaking about River State issue. But let's just continue with a few things that happened. Now, an environmental and human rights activist and Break says that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not done any favor to the people of River State with the suspension of the emergency rule. Yeah, she said that today. She said, but let's not mistake one aspect of what has transpired. Fubara has always had the total organic support of majority of the River State people, of which I am one of the majority of them. From market women to all spheres of career women have supported the governor of River State. And as you can see, the people of River State are still supporting Siminalayi Fubara. But now, whether they support him or not, or what we have for him will be allowed to translate into good governance in the governance of the people of the state, into peace, into security, into development, that needs to be seen. She now said that Tinubu has been the problem of the state, adding that he has not done any good to River State. Does it mean that she's insinuating that the president has done otherwise if he hasn't done any good to River State? Could it be otherwise? That's the waiting people to talk. Now, the national president of the Job People Development Initiative, IPDI, Comrade Austin Ozubo, also the vex. He say there is nothing worth celebrating in the return and resumption of Rivers State governors in life. But he said, in fact, actually, we're not celebrating. That there is nothing new to be celebrated. That's what he said. And, a lot of them again defect. In fact, he said that the governor's suspension by President Bola Tinubu remains illegal and undemocratic and unconstitutional. So there's nothing to celebrate. He said, as a civilian president, he, Tinubu, does not have the constitutional right to suspend the democratic elected governor. He said all and all and all. But I know, say, the next question where people go ask and say, what did you guys do? What did you do when all this happened? What did you do? But the ADC don't also come for President Bola Tinubu, as in saying they play God with what's happened for River State. And of course, Bolaji Abdullahi put mad for talk today, Thursday. He said concerning the president's approach to resolving the conflict in River State, it raised questions about proper limits of executive authority. Abdullahi said that the move was more about political strategy than genuine effort to strengthen democracy. Say Tinubu, they play God. We're waiting happen for inside River State. Let's move away from River State and get to other issues so I can open phone lines to let you in. Now, we do hear that a member of the House of Representatives, Dr. Ahmed Adamu Sabah, representing Edu Moro, Patigi Federal Constituency of Kwara State, has been accused of defrauding his constituents of 5 million naira under the pretext of securing him an official international passport through an aid appointment. Now, the victim identified as Ahmed Kabiri granted interview to Sahara Reporters Not Me, an exclusive interview where he detailed how the lawmaker, once a trusted community brother, allegedly exploited him financially and emotionally, using his political office to threaten and intimidate him. And the guy carry evidence then plenty come out to show say within the talk not true. Kaberi narrated that I'm here today to speak about speak out a grave injustice committed by someone I once called brother, and not just brother, but the community honorable calling name. Bottom line, the man promised and said he would give him distinguished job. It's very messy. It's a very messed up conversation. Make I just leave him. Moving to another matter because we don't get time to attend to all that. This is the kind of thing that happen for Nigeria. Now let's move on to what's happening politically, maybe ahead of 2027. As we do hear that in a significant political realignment ahead of 2027 general election, a group of loyalists of the former President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered support for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, signaling division within the ruling All Progressives Congress. Now, APC don't consistently try to talk, say they no get any division among them, say they don't get any problem at all. But how is it possible, say they fit sustain that argument? Now, waiting people don't know because everybody they still they talk and believe, say there is a crack for inside their house, whether they like them, whether they admit them or not, say they get crack. But then they consistently talk, say they don't get any problem at all, at all. Now, these people now don't they pledge their loyalty to Atiku Abubakar. Atiku, who is, of course, spearheading efforts to build a broad coalition under the African Democratic Congress, welcomed the delegation and pledged to work with them in reshaping Nigeria's political landscape. If you know what that means, it means that the CPC wing of the APC, they vex for the APC generally, and they may pull out. Some of them don't already pull out. While some of them talk say they don't get any problem, they see they with APC. Some they also talk for back, talk say that people, those people waiting for APC or they with APC, they just they there for face for the face value, but inside they work on the ground with the ADC. We can't tell how truth this is, but some of the stories go to unfold. Wow, phone lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on these conversations so that I won't waste your time. The night is already fast spent. It's past 10 o'clock already. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversations that we've had tonight. From Wike's saga to Sowore and Wike's Gbazgbos to he said Trump is called worst names every day in the but the people wait there with Wike say they never hear them call Trump bad name. You don't understand. People wait there with Wike they say no, they never hear them call Trump any bad name. So depend on what you hear. Maybe we waiting them here and waiting you hear not be the same thing. You see, that's the thing. So sometimes some of us even get if we get selective hearing. Phone lines are open, Jerry. Please let's get into the conversation. Kindly call up 0817 That's the number to call. 0817 or you join the link and the link will bring you straight into the studio to be part of the conversation. And just before I start to take calls, we hear say 6 additional deaths that they don't record today, Thursday, after the initial 4 following the inferno where BC got the Afriland Towers 6-story commercial building for inside Broad Street. So right now the death toll don't rise to 10 people, 10 human beings. 9 don't die. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Speaker Obasa don't in separate letters express their condolences to family members, Federal Inland Revenue, and of course UBA for the loss of the people then we be say they for inside that building. And may their souls rest in peace. It's such a tragic incident. Person go walk, you know, not saying that that walk he go be in last walk where he go. Very sad. All right, I get my brother for inside the house. The Barrys. Ododo I say. Good evening. The Barrys, are you there? The
Yes,
Barrys.
yes.
Welcome.
Hello. Good
Welcome.
evening, producers. Kanamoy.
Uh, and
So
then
I just I just have to listen. I don't want to talk today because of all that crap where we can talk. If you
why now?
see what we call Trump, even the Secretary of State Marco Rubio called Trump a scam artist. You got a con artist. So he called him. They called him all kinds of names. What is it? What is Wike talking about? What in Wike sabi? With as I dey talk to you now, I almost want to send you some link of wetin dem dey call am as we speak. Even this young man wey die wey dey shoot, they call say make dem release the Epstein file on Trump because Trump dem wetin Wike dey talk. Today just as I dey see all these things wey dey show, the thing just dey my body just do. I just want say make I throw my words in. Wait, oh, if you that River State when they talk, I've attend. I know you get some things I don't want to share, but wahala
Sure.
will go there,
Mm.
Wahala will go now. They trouble. The other one who just people just quiet. Not be three separate groups. Wait now, then they come. You go see now platform here will take the share out. So I just make a hold myself and make I just throw some words in, make other people talk. I see
Okay.
the my mind no day right for that our
Sorry.
state. Wetin dey
Sorry.
happen?
Sorry. That's what my
They
mind no
pay
dey
me.
right. If I get my way, I no go even carry story. You know, notice say I dey dodge stories about River State things because as some things they do for body, especially when it hits home directly. You understand? You know,
Ha!
as they do for body. So, but what we go do now?
I not believe say we go say this get to happen to River State. I know nobody for tell
Honestly,
me.
honestly speaking, and I know for believe say the thing for even they sustainable and it for last till the end. I wouldn't have believed it
Tha-
too, but then it is what it
Thanks to
is.
Tinubu. Now let's just thanks to Tinubu. Now let's go talk. Thanks to Tinubu, he
Thank
do well.
you, thank you, thank you so
All
much,
right.
to Mama.
Well,
Well done. All right then.
well,
Hello, good evening, and welcome,
Yeah, Mother Precious, good evening. This is
sir.
Kerry. How you doing?
Mr. Kerry, how's Switzerland day today?
Uh, we do. Me, I just come back yesterday. Entered this week. This is all day there.
Okay, welcome.
I said, make I greet you. I'm just seeing your face online.
Thank
You
you.
there a little bit kind of moody. And you don't
I,
different person you take moody
I don't tell you.
because
I
those
vex, I
news for
vex,
our
I vex.
place.
Self, I no get strength to do anything
No,
today.
no,
So
no. Those news for our place, they turn belly. The news they turn belly. Really, they turn belly. The only thing I just get to advise our politicians, may not let it happen. This happen again, no, because they are drifting towards that place. What wicked they talk? Just as the former caller they talk. What wicked? What was they saying? I don't know. How they use the play God as if say, I don't understand. Maybe they just take care of because 1966, it can repeat himself. They see what they happen for the power that day. That's why a lot of they use they do like say they be mighty, whatever. They should be very careful. All this one I saw now. Nigeria don't want to. I don't know what I want to call them. I don't know what I want to call them. So painful. Mother Precious, somebody take care of yourself.
Sorry,
It's
thank
not
you.
the person they happy at
No
all.
vex, no
Any news here
vex.
from Nigeria, you're always sad.
No,
You're
no.
always sad.
No, you don't say you know the
It's not,
intentional to bring you sad news.
no, it's not intentional, but you guys just have to bring up what's happening. And that one I would talk. See which day here, yesterday here, the C1 news for our Edo state, for Ekboma, when water, they flood, they keep people. I keep asking myself, all this money, what do they call all this money? What are they doing with it? What are they doing with it? Government not go do anything for his state, go pack money. See, he bought now. He don't pack all the money for Rivers to finish. Waiting he do for that 6 months. Waiting he do for that 6 months.
He met a lot of money. I think almost 300 billion or so. They said he met.
Exactly, he makes a lot of money. It was even the money when they call him Supreme Court may not release. They release them
He
to
still
him.
release them for him. Plus the money will be so Fubara leave for the account for him there.
You understand? So which kind of human being we be? If now white person they rule us, now we say, or maybe now one person from Cameroon they rule us, because it's not a Nigerian, and we claim to be Nigerian, we happy say our country be like this, or because of some stupid, foolish people when say that they rule us. It's so painful. We can't even comprehend it at all. It doesn't make sense. When they go heaven with this money, see, sometimes I don't know. I wish I have some kind of powers. Let's say for the man not even talk on. Because it's just too bad. Just too bad. Look at Nigerians suffering. Go a president when they don't get the fly left and right, the whole show worry. How you go Brazil talk say corruption of people in Nigeria? What kind of talk is that one? What kind of talk is that one? Precious, I just hope I can sleep.
Thank you.
Good night. I better take care of you.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Yeah. All right. Okay. Sincere apologies. I beg no vex. Take them easy. I understand. Say, you see, that's why I say that. He who worries about Nigeria and runs away lives to worry another day. Not let them affect you too much, because while I need to finish on Nigeria. Hello. Good evening and welcome, sir.
Good evening, Precious. How
Sir,
are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you, sir?
Yeah, thank God. This is Simon from UK.
You're welcome, Mr. Simon. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. How are you? Long time. I've not spoken to you for a long time.
Yes, welcome. How have you been?
I'm fine, Patakot lady. I said, let me call you. Since it's your time now, you people are the one shining.
You
So
should
let me
stop
call you.
it. Now, see, you're mocking me. It's not good, though. Prince, Prince Chilaka will come now and say that he's expatriate that is ruling by state. Now you want to come and mock me. It's okay. No problem.
Our beautiful Patagon girl that was sent on SI.
Thank you, sir.
Then you can go back home.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
So
Go ahead, please.
this matter is not about Rivers State. I don't know which one you are talking about. I know you are talking on something.
Everything. River State, Wike and Sowore saga. Wike telling Sowore that he's very lucky that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu obeys rule of law. Else, if he's some other president, he won't be that lucky for calling him a criminal. And Sowore responding and calling him a murderer, a thief. All those stuffs. Go ahead.
Let's start with Peter Obi first, the River State. I feel so ashamed. I feel so touched. Element Petrochemical Company.
No good no.
When they were doing the foundation stone, Babangida was there doing it. I was working for that company.
Okay.
As at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Port was a very beautiful and peaceful place. One of the most
It still is.
Peaceful
Trust me.
place to live.
I still. It's not because I'm from River State, but I would prefer to live in Port Harcourt.
Yes.
Five times more than in Lagos. Trust me. The kind of stress you face in Lagos, you don't face it in Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt is more enjoyable.
And that time when Ada George was governor, they did this school to land.
Ada George.
They did this farming, they call it school to land.
Yeah, school to land authority, yeah.
But where are those people? Where did they go? These people had vision. What I'm seeing now, what I see now, my friends in Port Harcourt are sending me messages. Oh, celebration. Oh, Tinubu lifts this. Oh, I just told them that you guys are mad. I don't think you guys are normal. What are you celebrating? Mediocre. So I see them today and they are going to government house and they are crowds dancing and jubilating. I said, are Nigerians so gullible to this extent? Instead of them to sit at home and mourn this destruction of democracy that our leaders, whoever forced themselves to power, has done, they are celebrating that Fubara is coming back. And thank God he didn't even show his face. And that's good. That's to make them look stupid. I think the problem of Nigeria is actually Nigerians. They are Nigerians. Because if those crowds can come to welcome him, why did they not go out when they removed him? And I used to say that, I don't know, maybe we start praying to God to touch the heart of Nigerians. Honestly speaking. Did you see what happened in UK last week? Did you see hundreds of thousands of people came out of the streets? Why? Because immigrants are coming in from the sea. There are people coming to claim refugee into their country. They send a strong message to the government. This has been ongoing. They will not stop until government changes. Even when Donald Trump came here, he was telling the Prime Minister, look, you have to send your army to stop this from coming in. It's a problem. It's a national catastrophe. So the people in Nigeria, where are they? Allowing somebody like Tinubu, who stole this election, to be manipulating them like this. Somebody like Wike will come out to even talk. It's a shame. People are clapping for him. People are saying, hey, what I really want for Nigerians is that this media, this cameraman, what do you call yourself? Media men. When they are doing these things, like, for example, when ADC are doing their campaign and APC gang or what are these thugs are going there to attack them, they should video them, take their picture, video them and put it on archive. And those opposition should tell them, look, we have your video, we are coming after you once we come to power. They should begin to remind them, because this is the way. They have to be accountable for everything they do. We are not accountable as a nation, as a people. We don't even know our rights. So that's why we come out and celebrate mediocre. Why is Wike not stoned there? Why would they not take stone and stone him? And you say, because it's only 2-3 people that will stone him. When Tinubu wife went to Warri and was talking nonsense, and they said that they were insulting her, it was only started by 3 or 4 people, and everybody joined. And then she was shamed. But what happened? Those 3 people were later picked up, were punished. Because we're not united as a nation to see our common problem. It It is only when we unite that as a nation, these things cannot... Look, our system is corrupt. I was hearing somebody today talking about institution in Nigeria. That's it. That is where the whole thing breaks up. Last year, was it last year or 2 years ago? I was with Peter Obi and we were arguing in the flight. We were arguing and I told him, okay, the problem of Nigeria is the judiciary. And he says, no, it is the rascality of the politicians. That is the problem. The rascality of the politicians, what caused it? Because the judiciary did not put them in their place. They have been bought. Even the INEC is under the judiciary. The judiciary is the arm of government that interprets the law and follow the law to the letter. Imagine, you put state of emergency and judiciary, they did not say anything. They sat on it. 6 months has gone. Is it tomorrow now they will not say, it was wrong to put... That is what they will come and say. So, our institutions have failed our people. And the people must stand now and begin to fight. You know, I always tell you to my comment, I say, it is when Nigerians begin to stand and fight for their rights. That's when our country will progress. Because all these things we are seeing is just celebrating mediocre. And this 2027 that they are all looking at, talking. Look, let me tell you something. 2027, Tinubu has already bought everything. I pity all those politicians that are going, because the election has been written. It has been written. The only thing that will happen is there will be war. There will be war. But who is going to go front and fight war? The attitude of the ordinary Northerners is different from the people from the South. People from the South, they are ready to adjust. You need to confront those people. You see, let me tell you, Natasha was put on this 6 months. She came back, they refused to have. What? Where is our constituency? They can all march to Abuja naked. Cover that house for assembly. They cannot walk until they do what is right. And they will sleep there. This is what my people will do. That's why they see their life as progress. They will not sleep until they do the right thing. And even when they do the right thing, they will not call for the Senate President to resign. They will call for his resignation. You know, our politicians are shameless people. They are so shameless that they don't even know what is called ethical value. They don't have it. And it's because our people are docile. So that's why they can do this. Tinubu ran away, he came to Nigeria. Look. All these things have happened. The people have been pushed. Look at this UPA building that happened the other time. People, I wanted to call you didn't pick my call. I wanted to just speak.
Sorry.
People are dropping and they're dying.
Oh yes, the death toll now has hit 110.
Imagine.
10, I'm telling you.
People went to do their work and they will die. And they have family, they have to feed. So what is the recklessness of our politicians? Go and check how much billions Lagos State has allocated for fire service, how much they have allocated for emergency services. Where were they? People are taking ladder to save it or not. Nigerians do not know what they want. Because if they know what they want, they will actually burn that INEC. They will go there and burn INEC. That you see, let me tell you something. I'm sorry to take your time. I just want to explain to you. These things that is happening will not happen abroad or any developed country. But Nigeria should begin at this point to be targeting those politicians and their family.
Mm-hmm.
Targeting them, those wicked politicians who continue to steal.
Target for what purpose? For what reason?
Yes, because if you are killing the people and stealing what belongs to them, you too will face the music. Your family will not have peace. They will not have peace. You cannot put people on poverty and die because they cannot get medicine. Then your family will be flying abroad. No. Already abroad, we are stopping them. You see what's happening to when they come abroad. Once we know where they are, we go there and protest. This bush should not be here. Take them off. That's what we're trying to do. But what about the people back home? They should all come together as one people. You see, I used to tell somebody in Port Harcourt that what happened in Port Harcourt was a shame. You see, Fubara himself fumbled because he himself, he was like, someone who's fed. When the thief, if you don't thief to steal, because he was there when they were rigging the election, they were rigging Obi, he was there, he was part of the rigging. So a thief who has been working with a thief, it is very difficult to differentiate yourself and say you are a saint. That's why he is where he was. Because if it was not that, There's no way Tinubu would have put a state of emergency in that state. I'm telling you. Even at that time, I said to them, look, this man, take your country. Before this man, he will have, look, let Nigeria blow. Let Nigeria blow. Let the country blow. If it needs to blow, blow it.
That's not fair.
Money. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. But when you have a rascal does not respect law. And then you have billions coming from River State, and they're paying the judiciary with it. They're paying the INEC with it. The president is buying lavishly on it. And then you say they should not rest. They should not sleep. And you want to stay in Abuja and you want to be doing all your shenanigans? No. The people will come and seize their state. And if they still want to use army to attack them, then you begin to burn the solution. Then they will know. By the time Nigeria do not supply oil for 3 months or 6 months, you will see what will happen. The economy will crumble. And thus we have to collectively come and really speak as one. Nigerians are still sleeping, and it baffles me so much that why are Nigerians sleeping? I'm trying to find something that we're waking. I'm trying to see what can we do to awaken the consciousness of Nigerians. Delivery to me talks about this all the time. I listen to him and I feel like crying. Why are Nigerians so docile? Every day I look at my phone. Oh, my brother, send me this money. Please, I'm hungry. I want to die. Come on, I'm not Jesus Christ. You have your country. You have money in your country. People are just taking it away and paying you peanuts 100,000, which you don't even pay as minimum wage. You cannot even buy a bag of rice, and they are taking the money and they're when it's election time, you will see. And the same people that will be telling you that they will be collecting 100,000, they will be voting and play people, and they will say they are not ready to love one another. When we are ready as a nation, God will liberate Nigeria. And all these things, they will go to pray, go to Adibo to pray. You cannot pray for them. The Bible says God help those who help themselves. Nigerians should begin to start helping themselves right now, because they don't really have time, They don't have time. By this time, I thought they should have gone to burn down INEC and ask for electoral reform. Because when you have rascals like Ododo and all these type of useless people like Ricky come to say they are leaders, these are dogs, vagabonds, who 20 years ago will not even speak when people are speaking. You have them now dancing, holding walking stick, dancing, buying houses all over the world, and you go there and listen to him and you laugh, you clap for him. Nigerians have a problem, and that's the major. They need an orientation to awaken them from their sleep. My sister, that is the only way that Nigeria will move, precious. There's no way, my sister. The only way Nigeria can leave this state we are now is the people. Even Peter Obi, Obasanjo, Goodell, Jonathan, whatever they are doing, it will not work out. The only two things that will happen is when the people say no, and they come to collectively. Either you are Hausa, you are Igbo, you are Yoruba. They come collectively and say no. It is no. And you know what? They can actually remove Tinubu right now if they want. They can remove him. And once you remove Tinubu, you'll be surprised. All those people that are, those sacrifices and all those people that are just parading around him, all of them will become useless. The people can stand and say they want him to go. When millions of people march all over the state, everywhere, and say they don't want this criminal again, Tinubu is a criminal. I'm sorry to say, I don't want to go on your platform to be saying something that is implicated, but it is a fact. His records are there. All the crime that this man has committed is there. To the extent that even his daughter, Zainab, refused to talk to him. They're not in good terms because of the evil things that this man has done. And this is the man that is sitting in billions and trillions of our money, controlling the money.
Whose daughter, Zainab?
What? Zainab is one of the daughters of Tinubu.
Where?
She lives in London, yeah. She has two of the last two daughters are in London. I met her face to face, and she is not talking to him up to today. Why? Because he hates all the evil things that the father did. So tell me, what is worse than a criminal? During Jonathan time, do you know what these people did? All the things you heard they did on media is not up to half of the thing they did. They did more than that. And it's a consequence of what they did to remove Jonathan that they are still suffering today and tomorrow. All the machineries and all the things they did, all the debts they hold, that's what we are still suffering. That someone will go to extent of destroying his country just to end power. And that's why I'm so afraid somebody like even Atiku coming fighting for power. Anybody that is fighting for power so viciously, people should be careful of that person. Our country, the only hope of our country is when the people wake up. I have been thinking myself, what can we do? What NGO can we open that will touch the conscience of the people? Please tell me, because I'm ready to invest any money that I have to awaken the consciousness of Nigerians. That docile contentness of those going to work and collect 100,000 and then think everything will be okay. Nothing will be okay. Because these people, they will rule. They will not live. When Buhari came that first time, the second time he rigged the election to come, that second time, I was telling people in Nigeria, this man is bad. They say, I'll leave her now, not be second time. After now, you go now. You only have 2 times to do. That was what people were saying. In Nigeria, who's there? And I told them, no, it's not. Today, what happened? Did he not put is it not continue and even worse? So, Tinubu will stay. He will put somebody else worse than him. That our country will continue to fall. From 500 and something billion, now we are 200 and something billion. What is that? Is that not destruction of our hope? Our children's hope? Look at all the loans they are taking. How are they going to pay that money? They won't pay it. They won't. The country is being mortgaged. It's been sold out by these criminals who they call themselves leaders. So I always say, to conclude, my sister, I look at the case in River State. I look at the fire that burned in UBA. I look at the Natasha case. I look at all the different cases that is happening in this country. It is in the hands of Nigerians. We have to collectively come and begin to find how we can awaken their consciousness. Because you see what happened in Napa. The consciousness of the people were awoken. And they said no. And they came out collectively. Until that will happen in Nigeria, my dear, we don't see any hope for this country. I pity Fubara so much, and I pray that God will give him wisdom. And I hope that before the next election, Nigerians will wake up and they will say no. That's my submission for today. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've spoken so well. Thank you, sir. Oh, so wow. Ooh. Thank you so much. I think I have somebody in my backyard, oh, Abi. Someone is just at the backyard. Hello, good evening and welcome. Tony Ebo. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
Sir?
Hold on 1 second. Precious, 1 second, please.
Hey, okay. Oh.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Welcome, sir.
Thanks for connecting me.
Thank you, sir.
It's a terrible thing to have I've been listening to the program and I like this last guy that spoke. Everybody has got this guy that been speaking very well, and I really appreciate it. It's the same thing I have in my mind too. It's unfortunate to have gullible people in Nigeria. Our people are so I don't know how to put it. Managing, let us manage. Go on just 4 years. 4 years for what? Do you know what you're doing in that 4 years? You see, our people don't think about, the future. Don't think about, what the time. Every time matters. Every time matters. 1 minute matters. Time waits for no one. As every time, the day you age more and more every day. That's the problem. Now, this issue with Tinubu and Sowore.
Not Tinubu, Wike. Okay, just go ahead.
Sowore was trying to call Tinubu.
Yeah.
But that's what he is. He had forged documents. He was involved in drug activity. Yes, we know. Everybody knows it. The whole world knows it. Don't say, that's the truth. Yes. And then Wike coming out to talk rubbish. Criminal like him, talking rubbish. How can you impose a state of emergency in a state and then bring a military administrator to run the state and elect with and to remove an elected official? That is wrong. That is cool. That is cool. If had it been I'm done Fubara, I would dismantle this rubbish. I would dissolve that election that I dissolved, cancel it, sign it to conduct another election for local government.
And then the local and then the House of Assembly members will impeach him and he goes. That's what you want, I mean.
You say what? No, you have to work.
They will
You have to.
impeach him.
No, they
They will
cannot.
impeach him.
They cannot. They don't have any. They don't have. Listen, let me tell you. They have no. They don't have any constitutional right to impeach him but he is working with under the constitution.
Oga, forget that thing when they talk abeg. They talk that thing for work not the work. No, they sound like this for Nigeria matter. Abeg. No, they sound like they don't have which constitutional rights. They go impeach and nothing go happen if they talk. They've changed they're appointing chief judge, everything they've appointed. The head of service was sworn in yesterday night by
Yeah,
Abbas.
I saw
Just
the lady.
yesterday night by Abbas, a military administrator. And that is substantive head of service. So go work under him.
All of them.
That means he does not even have any say, and you're saying that what they will do, and you said that what will happen? They don't have which constitutional right. In the first place, the state of emergency was it constitutional? Did it happen or did it not happen?
That's what I'm
Which
saying.
constitution are you find again? They will impeach him and nothing will happen. You're saying they don't have any constitution and make it do it. He knows he can't do jack. Well, okay, see, I'm protecting my mental health with Rivers State matter. Please allow me.
That's why we're not moving for Nigeria, because people are afraid of to take action. Let them do their worst. And let the world see that you are doing the right thing. Even if they impeach you, it's illegal. You leave them and go. You have satisfied your conscience.
If I were Fubara, the first thing I would have done was immediately that state of emergency was announced, I would have sent him my resignation that I'm not working again as a governor. I surrender. Sometimes it's good to do the honorable thing, bow out. In fact, 2 weeks into his government, he already had issues with Wike, with which he traveled and said he wasn't going to come back. If I were him, all that time that fight started and it was getting dirty, he would have just see what is in government that people want to kill themselves. You resign honorably, leave. People will be all right. Both those who support you, who are disappointed at you and all that, they will be fine at the end of the day. But just take what is left of your dignity and move. You don't have anything to prove to anyone, But then he stayed back. He's in a mess, a total mess. A mess. He can't do jack.
Figurehead. If you don't move those people, they're just a figurehead.
No, they talk that remove man of vex or you. Now annoyance they do me for this matter.
I won't make you best self.
Oh yeah, come and be going. Which remove? Remove that he cannot remove is what you're telling him to remove. He won't come finish.
I will do it and nothing will happen.
No problem. All right now. Thank you so much. You talk well. Make I talk to another person. Thank you, my brother.
Thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Bye. You too. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Precious. My name is Emoji. I'm calling from US.
You're welcome, Emoji. Go ahead.
I love your opinion on what you just told this man, because and the last word you said, if Fubara, if he's not like coming to steal, you could have just, the first time that thing started, you could have just said, I better make I go.
Bow out. I don't. Somebody like me, I know they carry my integrity play. Anything will go feel wound my integrity like this. I know they look. I can do anything to defend my name, my integrity. I don't joke with that. So I will just bow out, because the more you want to stay, the more it looks like it's because of what you want to gain. So what are you doing?
Exactly.
His name has been destroyed. Do you know what he did? He's gone to anticlimax. Like, his name. He was such a hero. People carried him like a hero. He's fighting this. He's fighting. He for bow out honorably.
He will come again and he will win Wike.
Well, like to say bow out then and anything happened, Wike no remain in God. In fact, if anything had happened after 20, because he's a young man, he still has time. If anything has happened after 2027 and Wike and Tinubu, didn't make it back to government, see, Fubara will be Rivers will go beg and make contest if he had done the honorable thing. They'll beg him.
I don't think
we don't have honorable people that come to take political positions. That's just what it means. We don't get people where they're honorable.
The last guy before this guy now, he said he met Peter Obi at the airplane. They were discussing, and Peter Obi now told me is the rascality of the politicians. But the guy didn't get what Peter Obi told him, because all those judges, they are under, all those INEC, they're under judges. All the judiciary pass everything. But in the sense that the politicians are ready to kill, destroy. How you go expect judge we don't hold? We want to see enjoying pension, enjoy everything. Making go say I don't do for now. So they are all scared. And based on Nigerian issue, I don't know if they use spells on Nigerians, because now Nigerians are just looking, dying of hunger. Anything, people are scared now. Look at what happened at Anambra. Ordinary security killed people at the market. At least normally we know Anambra now. If not before, now boy show you those security. They
no worry yourself. You see on Anambra State, Soludo go win well. Sure of on a pepper. You go win sure of on a pepper. Nothing go happen.
No, why I brought Anambra issue is that all those politicians now in this era now, it's like they went to the devil with Satan. They died with Satan, and the Satan now prepared them to come and destroy everything about humanity and human being. You see, so what they are doing now is like people are just look at Wike just came back. He's still pretending that he wasn't sick, but all we know that Wike, he's not agile the way he used to. He was so calm, and people are still there shouting from him. People are still there shouting So, like the guy said, what happened at River State is just too. Look at the crowd. Had it been those crowds march on the street, Abbas will not be there. He saw the Thanksgiving. Abbas' wife was dancing, but Abbas is not there because his conscience is flogging him. Because he knows all he did was wrong. Look, last night he appointed another woman that any mistake they will impeach Fubara, so that woman will be the next governor. You see, so Fubara is just like, I don't know what else I'll say about Nigeria, but I say any day Nigerians wake up, we pursue them, but we know we pursue them because of tribalism. Look at everything. Okay, look at now. The Southerners now are the one like to put Nigeria in shape, but the Northerners are indirectly preparing for war. Look at what they are doing with the bandits. Bandits now want hospital. Bandits now want a school. Who is going to be the teacher of bandits at the forest? Who's going to be their doctor? Before now, bandits, they are telling us about the bandits. They want Sharia. They want this. Now they are talking about school. No more Western education is haram. So what game are they playing with people's life? So that's only I want to contribute. Nigerians, one day we will take their country back. But when? How? With this tribalism and religion and everything. Thank you, Precious. Keep it up what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, Precious. Good evening, ma'am.
Welcome, sir. What's your name, sir? Where are you coming from?
My name is Mr. Mori.
Your name is what?
Mr. Mori.
Oh, my brother. Call yourself comrade now. Call yourself comrade. Anytime you want call me, go just disguise your voice like this. Make I know. I go still catch you last. This one or two voice they resemble like this. Do you have anything to do with 1975 whiskey?
No, nothing. We have nothing in common.
Okay. I just make her ask. Not be say I talk to anybody they drink anything maybe 1975. I just they ask. All right. No, nobody they drink. Nobody just they drink. I just say make her ask question. No vex. Go ahead. Welcome,
Thank you very much. I called you because of the last speaker, right? He summarized everything that is going on for the past few days, right? The guy, he finished work. He gets anything when I don't want to mention because of for the interest of your show, he got he torchlights everywhere according to Pararan. You see one thing, we they leave the object, we they pursue shadow. What do they do right now? When I tell you yesterday, I got the day tired of talking about Nigeria. It's good to talk, but we are talking about the wrong things. We are putting the cart before the horse. He cannot move because it's the horse that will pull the cart. If you put the cart in front of the horse, it's not going to move. So, by summary, the guy just finished work. We are busy talking about 2027 with the kind of institutions on ground. We are anybody talking about who is the best candidate now? Where do we pick from? Who is what platform do we use? Where is Obi going to run? The person is delusional. You don't know what they talk. Because they say the future belongs to those who see for possibility before they become obvious. You dey see this kind of high neck in the hands of Tinubu. You dey see this kind of Supreme Court. You dey see this kind of Attorney General. You dey see kind of appeal court when we get. You dey prepare for 2027. The person don't get. The people sit down, they analyze how game will be, how political result will be for 2027. I just laugh all of them because they don't know what they talk. It's delusional. It's out of illusion for somebody to sit down and they talk of how to remove Tinubu from power. If there's anything Nigerians have to do right now, if we cannot do anything between now and 2027, forget 2027 because they don't do for them. If you listen to Wike today, if in fact he no hide them, he no hide anything. In fact, they let us know. They let us predict. They just that they know the kind of people we are. They know the degree of our gullibility and their social BSc. They know we're not willing to act. If you look who the current Secretary General of Police right now, that guy has looked with Tinubu. He was his ugly when he was in Lagos, 1999. That be Secretary General and when no one let go. If that one they come out, they go bring somebody more loyal to that to replace him. If you see who the Attorney General of Lagos, Attorney General of Nigeria right now, that guy has been with Tinubu since 1999. So if you see who there is Supreme Court there, we can just told you his wife. Don't hold that side. Supreme Court. So Nigerian, I want somebody who rob something from you. You take it from your hand. They're going to tell you go to court where another criminal, another robber is waiting for you to finish you. So I'm not wasting your team for road. They tell you say go to Supreme Court or go to court where another criminal is waiting for you to finish your work. So I don't understand how we take the team for Nigeria. We just we fight ourselves between Obi, Atiku, Sowore, and the other one who is better. Are we okay? Are we okay? This is the same person when tap his chest say, Emiloko, it's my turn. Even when he was outside. The incumbent president there wasn't actually supporting him. I don't know what the guy call, I don't know what he want to reveal, I don't know what he fear, what he don't want to make Tinubu reveal. He tapped his chest saying, my turn. He was outside. Now he sit down for that seat. With all the paraphernalia of office, with all the incumbency factor, with all the ruggedity, the political mafiaism, when he get on his own, somebody they make analysis. They use what do they call them? What they use for school that time. They tell you what do they call weakness, opportunity, and whatever method they analyze.
SWOT analysis.
Yes. SWOT analysis, threat, weakness, opportunity, and the threat analysis. They analyze who will defeat this political mafia. How? How are you going to do it? Where the candidate want come from? Even if I don't do Nigerians vote. See, make I summarize. Not take much of your time.
You don't already take the time now. Finish them at once. Finish them.
Yeah, I want summarize with what happened for Edo.
Okay.
Wicked cousin was the electoral.
We know that story now. We know that people cry. Yet it still happen now.
And they come.
Okay.
They leave I wasn't aware. A year before, I wasn't aware. Now 2 days to election, they begin to make noise about them. And they were aware a year earlier that Wicked cousin was the person coming to preside over that election. And they were hoping they had the best candidate. Then what was the result? That one come out for granted. That one never the dust when that one raised never settled. That one wasting money from beginning to the end to wait to Supreme Court. No way. Some people say they want to midterm election, senatorial election. The same party still they prepare under the same circumstances. When they lose that gubernatorial election, they still follow that they prepare for another senatorial election. Is that not tantamount to insanity? Does that give you a sign of people that are okay? They prepare for another election under the same circumstances, under the same condition, under the same INEC, under the same wicked cousin. There was a vacancy where the Supreme Court governor come out from. They want to repress them. People see Brigade carry their money, carry their candidate. They want Brigade follow the do similar election. Does that tell you, giving a signal of people that are ready to redeem their future? So the same thing will they do so. No matter the noise, no matter the SWOT analysis, the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat analysis when you use, bring the best analysts from Harvard. It will be all effort in vain. To be an effort in futility. If nothing is done, if Nigerians refuse to rise now to challenge these people, you see what they happen for Natasha case, what they happen for Rivers State. So now they just test the microphone. When they test around like this, saying this will feel real reach. 2027 is a done deal. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Good night, sir. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How about you, sir?
I'm okay. Are you still on your program?
Yes, I am. Remind us your names and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Frank. I'm calling from US.
You're welcome, Mr. Frank. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. I've been listening to other people's comment, but sometimes we Nigerians we pretend like we don't know the truth, and everybody's talking. We have supporters. All these people, they have supporters. All of them have supporters, and all of us are in Nigeria. People are eating from Wike, just the same way Wike is eating from Nigeria, directly from Tinubu right now. People are eating from him. He has followers that in Spain that is doing the job for him. Likewise, our president, Tinubu. So, but the masses that were supposed to do something, everybody's afraid. Nobody wants to die. I understand it. So, if you want Nigeria to be better, well, you know what to do. If we have the heart to do it. It's only if we have the heart to do it. Rigging an election is easy. It's not easy. People are saying the result has been written. No, not yet. They are still measuring. Let them see what's going to happen. Because when someone wants to steal from you, the person first of all will monitor you to know probably your reaction.
So you think it's only one plan they have? They will have plan A, B, C, D, E to Z.
Are they the only people that have brain to think? They're not the only people that have brain to think now. The same way they're thinking, the same way the opposition are thinking too. But the thing is that you don't give them a breathing space for them to do whatever they want to do. Then who will decide finally is the masses. But if you allow them to scare you, then they'll have time to do what they want to do, and that's it. They can't just wake up and do and say, okay, yes. They will yes. They have plan A, B, C. So I believe the opposition has the same.
So what would you rather Nigerians do to stop them from unleashing any or using any of their plans?
Nigeria, for me, like the target should be INEC.
You haven't said anything different that others haven't said now. The same thing when you talk now, people don't talk.
Let everybody just go to INEC.
People don't talk this one several times too now.
See,
Sir?
Precious.
Sir?
Precious, these politicians, who are the people giving them weapon to fight the masses? Who are the people? It's the INEC.
INEC what?
It's the INEC. Yes, if INEC don't declare you, you're not anything. After people must have putting their vote, it's INEC to call results. If you're a teacher or your lecturer who don't score you, you will pass the exam. No matter what you write. I'm asking.
I can hear you, sir.
If your teacher or your lecturer not pass your paper, not match your paper, not pass you, you don't pass.
I'm waiting for you to round up because people are waiting to be on the call, sir.
Okay, sorry. What I'm trying to say, and what I'm saying is, if people will just have the mind, let everybody march to INEC, like a peaceful protest. INEC should know that the masses are angry. Forget these politicians. Because for me, all they are going to do is from INEC. It's all from INEC.
No, Hala. Thank you. Noted. I'm not going to say anything to counter what you said. Well, let's be waiting. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. I
Welcome.
appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I thought I saw one more call here. I attend to it before I go to my backyard because I have lots of people waiting for us at the backyard here. Make I see whether I go attend to this call quickly. Then I move to the backyard to attend to others. I see your messages. Thank you so much. Please, all my people at the backyard, just be there and be waiting. I'm coming. Oh, let me just attend to WhatsApp people and I bring you in. Hello, good evening and welcome. Yes, please, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, welcome, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is CY.
Oh, CY. Welcome from US.
Yeah, I'm from Manchester.
You're welcome. Oh, Manchester, UK. You're welcome. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I've been listening to your discussion, and you were saying what Fubara should have done or could have done initially was to resign. I mean, how would that be possible in the first place?
Why?
When they know each other's secrets. Fubara was part of Wike's administration.
We know that now.
Wike knows everything about Fubara.
He also knows everything about Wiki.
Exactly. So, where would the integrity comes from? Whether he resigned or not. The only unfortunate thing about Fubara was that he dragged so many reasonable people of Rivers State to mislead them.
Okay.
And those people have their images tainted at the moment.
So what you're saying is that Fubara and Wiki, they'll be birds of a feather. They're two days together.
Of course, they're lying down together and everything.
Honorable of the mic is enough. With this viewpoint of yours, you've been able to confuse us and convince us in this matter. I'm gonna make her go enter my backyard, go talk to my backyard people. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for giving me this.
Thank you, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you. All right. Okay, thank you. Mr. Comparable Facts Mob, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, greeting, precious. How you
Sir,
doing?
you're welcome. I'm very well, thank you. How about you?
Good, good. It's good to be on the platform.
It is good.
So
Welcome.
yeah, let's begin. I'm just going to talk on 2 points. Let's talk about the
Okay.
Fubaraka, and the restoration of Fubarak. You made a very interesting comment earlier that a lot of people don't have integrity. If you are Fubara, you would have resigned. So let's get something straight. The people when Nigeria is going to politics, their integrity, they have no people that go into Nigerian politics, they have no integrity. And I can absolutely tell you, 100% of the politicians in Nigeria have no integrity. Does Nigeria have integrity? That's debatable. You can't really say all Nigeria don't have integrity. Like you here
Don't even
properly
say that.
stated.
No,
I
don't
didn't.
even say. Don't
No, no,
just
I
say
didn't
that
say that.
again.
I
No, don't
didn't
say.
say that. I didn't
See,
say.
now one of these reasons. See, this particular reason is one. I don't know if you've known me
But
from
pressure,
my
you
days
didn't
in
let me
Wazobia
finish
State.
now.
You would hear
You
me
didn't let
say
me
that
finish.
I hate. I they come make I counter you before you even start on because it dey vex me. Now, what to make me they vex when I dey hear people they talk say we are our politicians are a reflection of who we are. I God forbid, none of these people be a reflection of me. They cannot be me. I am not them. I don't resemble them in any way, shape, or form. So go ahead and conclude before I finish my talk.
Yeah,
It's very
thank you very
annoying
much.
to want to imagine that
You're
most
buttressing what I'm.
Nigerians
Yeah,
are
but
like
I never.
these people. I know,
I
I know that
never.
that's where you're going to now. I make a catch you halfway. I meet you halfway.
No. How are you gonna preempt what I was about to say? I wasn't gonna go there because I'm
Why
not
will
gonna
I know that? I
generalize.
noticed your body language. Go
Oh my
ahead.
God. I should have put my picture. I'm in my man cave right now. I don't want to show my face. But anyway, I would have come out and counter you.
Go
You would
ahead.
have seen what I'm saying. But having said that,
Okay,
I
go
wasn't
ahead.
going to make that, what I was saying, people that actually go into politics, Nigeria, because of where we are, they don't have integrity. There's no honor among the men of in Nigerian politicians. And some Nigeria don't have integrity. So I'm not going to make it generalized. So whatever is going on here has to have a lot of component to it. Some non-integrity people. I'm talking about the masses because of where they have found themselves, where we are right now. There's a lot of people in that. So speaking about Fubarak, people are saying, you should have resigned. And like you properly said, if that's you, you would have resigned. And that's what is obtainable where I am right now. So I'm tired of making that comparison with where I am or that, civilized area to Nigeria. So
Oga,
let's
where you are, there is a lot of corruption too. Let's be
Look,
factual. In fact,
I think
in fact,
you're just here
their
today
own
to
political.
preempt me now.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's okay. I'm not talking again. Honorable, it's okay. Let me just keep quiet and listen to you. It's okay.
I'm
You
not
don't want
saying
to know
there's
what
no corruption anywhere.
you
That's
don't
that.
know you don't want to know what your politicians they do. You don't want to know.
How am I don't want to know? I'm here. I live with them every day. So
Okay.
how am I? I
No,
don't
no,
know
no, no,
what it
no.
is.
No, when I
But
say
it's
you
not
don't
about.
want to know,
Look, I'm not here
I
to
mean
talk about
how
America.
deadly their politics. It's okay. Go
I'm
ahead,
not.
sir.
I'm not here to talk about America. I'm here to talk about Nigeria. Okay,
Okay.
because our politics here is very toxic. You have to be aware of what you say on TV because something may happen to you. Even I thought you're a citizen here, they may denaturalize you. So you have to be careful. This is where we are in America, but this is not about America, okay? This is
I
about Nigeria.
understand. Thank you.
Right.
Please guard your
So
words. I don't want you back here with me. Remain where you are. I like you from there. Please.
wow. So
Welcome.
speaking about River State, we are talking
Mm.
about Fubara. You're from River State, Precious. You know Fubarak antecedent. You know how you come to power, through godfatherism. The money wasn't billions of naira that was missing during wicked tenure. Has we had anything about that? So both him and Fubarak, Wike and Fubarak, they know where the bodies are buried. So none of them is honorable person. Fubarak wasn't going to resign. We know that, because of what he know about Fubara, what he know about Wike, what Wike know about him. So there's nothing honorable about him. He's not resigning. So everything that is actually happening in River State is just a mess. It's just a wash. That's the way I see it. I don't know how that man will come in and rule. What can he be able to implement? How many more? He has 2 more years, right? Or one more year, a year plus. You know, is he going to come back? Probably not. I don't know what was the conclusion of the meeting
He will
between him and
come.
the.
He will come. He will finish what he started. I'm just
Right,
thinking.
right.
Don't
No, no,
mind
I'm
me.
talking about is he going to run again? I think that's what I mean to say. You know,
Hmm.
who knows? So this may be the end of him. Wike is practically ruling River State right now. That's exactly what That's exactly the outcome. This is what Tinubu won, and he has gotten what he won. So talking about election, that's the second part I'm going to talk. People are talking about INEC. There's nothing going to be different. Even I thought Tinubu remove Mahmoud today, he's going to bring somebody that is even more loyal to him. This is where we are. If he can go there and march and stay there, like people are calling for a revolution, go there and march and stay in INEC office for 10 days or whatever, nothing is going to change in my own opinion. That's what I think what Nigeria need to do. They have the president shouldn't be appointing the INEC chairman. There should be a board of INEC members from each of the state, one person or two people from each of the state. Being the ANEC chairman doesn't give you the authority to make a rule. It has to be a vote. About 2/3 of the governing body of INEC should be able to make a rule. That is the only way this is going to be pure in that country. The replacement of Mahmoud or INEC appointment is not going to make any change because according to Nigerian constitution, if I'm wrong, you let me know. Wasn't the president given the authority to appoint the INEC chairman? Am I right or wrong? Correct me, Precious, on that.
Go ahead. I don't want to correct anybody again. I'm tired.
Okay, okay. I think my understanding, or maybe when I go back and read it, the president has the right to appoint the INEC chairman. So he's going to appoint anybody
It's
that
not
is.
it's not solely his responsibility. Yes, he will appoint and then he would get the backup of your past leaders, so to say. What do they call them again? Council,
And then
state
the
council,
governor.
whatever they do.
Oh, the state.
Yeah. So he
But did
gets
they
their
have a
backup.
vote? Did they vote, or is it
Unfortunately, which
just?
votes? But unfortunately, it's just I think it's just procedural because there's nothing they actually
I
have
think
to
I
do.
think that I,
So
I think that
basically,
process
now
is
just
wrong. There should be a
yes, yes.
governing
So
body. There should be a governing body. Of the state we have in Nigeria. The whole state. How many states again we have in Nigeria? I've been gone for a long time. I don't
36,
even know. Huh?
36,
How many?
36,
Okay, 36.
36,
There should
36. Then the
Oh,
SCT makes it
36. I'm
37.
sorry. Yeah, I knew that. I just forget.
Mhm.
There should be a 36 member governing body of the INEC. I know for anything to be processed, it has to take about 2/3 of the member. The chairman just have to be there as the director to lead whatever is decided. That's the only, that's my own opinion. That's the only way the INEC is going to do the right thing. When you have the 36-member board member and you have to take at least two-thirds, minimum of two-thirds to vote for any, to pass any procedure or any kind of election reform. That, without that, we are going nowhere, precious. But anyway, precious, just let me come back, let me come in and contribute today. I listen to you every day, but sometimes I don't come in because I'm busy, okay? Thank you, precious.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you.
All right.
All the best. Thank you. Bye. Yep. All right. Let's see my brother T.Y. Danjuma. T.Y. Danjuma, good evening and welcome. You be like saying that you can't share grace for us. Make you can't do grace as the Reverend Father where you be. Make you close church. Go ahead.
Good evening. Good
Well,
evening. Yeah, you were
welcome,
not
sir.
smiling, but thank God you started smiling when man of
I don't
prestige
tire.
came.
I say my mental health is disturbed, but it's okay.
Though
Go ahead.
I'll make you happy today.
Waiting you
I
want to
won't
do.
take long because night don't. I'm not going to say congratulations to you because there's nothing to congratulate about for River State. Nothing.
Did you see that bone?
There,
Did they see that bone on my face? After you say you
eh,
make me
there,
happy, and I was waiting to hear
yeah.
what you do to make me happy. And you're telling me you won't say
They come.
congratulations.
I just the warm up. I
You
just the
warm
warm
up.
up.
Okay. Okay. All right. No wahala. Make I hear.
Waiting where you talk. If I score you, I give you 100 over 20, 100, 120 over 100 because you are
Waiting with
spot on.
waiting with
Why?
that. Why?
No, what you say, if you be Fubara, you go just come
Mm-hmm.
in, greet them, throw in the towel, and leave and bow out.
Yeah.
Why? I tell you the reason. There are banana peels that they have put all over. The
Yeah.
ground is very
He can.
slippery.
Very.
Yes. So he cannot. Why would the consultant late at midnight, like INEC, go and be swearing somebody in when he knows that the next day he will? In tenure, say na 6 months. Why is he suddenly just swearing in? Suspicious. Raises a lot of eyebrow. One, two. Did he address the nation to say this is what I meant? This is the statement of account. This is how much I'm living. This is what I did. This is what I did, and then I'm going to present this handing over note to Fubara. Fubara cannot probe him. Fubara cannot look at anything that happened in those 6 months. He dare not. And if he stay, say the second time, get him because they've already told him that after this one, no more. So I think the best thing to do in this circumstance, because it is captured, is enslaved, now booby trap the put for him. The best thing to do is to, if he come back, greet everybody, thank them for their patience, just bow out and just go and just leave them. Because I tell you, if you begin to dig what has happened these 6 months, you'll be alarmed at the crazy things that these people don't do. The money where they say mate, they're not going to release to Fubara, they release it to this month. It was not appropriated. There was no House of Assembly. How can you release money to somebody where no they elected? And yet, against the decision of the Supreme Court, that's a violation. Nobody is saying that. So
So
the
what I'm saying
president,
now is that the president vetoed the judgment of the Supreme. You see, there are lots of things we go down for inside
yes, he just
this.
used River State, just play cha-cha. But I think what River State people should do is, because maybe they've been quiet, and I think that it's just that the quiet silence, it's like the silence of a graveyard. I think all these things will pass out. When the election comes, let them bring all kinds of machineries where they want. Vote out APC, vote out PDP. If you like, if now YPP, you go vote, you vote. To teach them a lesson that next time you won't do. And if
Vote
they try to
calm
rig
down.
it,
Brother, calm down. Vote where? Vote out where? Did they
no,
vote
when you come,
APC? Just hold on. Did they vote APC in
no,
2023
they didn't vote
election?
them. I don't even
So,
want to talk
so how
about
do
that
you vote
because
out?
now the
So
thing
how
where
do you
they
vote
do,
out? How do you vote out when after you finish voting, the results may go the same way when in 2023? What
no,
do you
no, no,
do?
no, no, hold on. There's a lesson now. We don't let lesson. I know say fire burn picking. Go put time for fire again. Now they have known. They don't know, say, okay. And we don't see River State now test ground. If they don't test them, nobody talk anything. People keep quiet. You know, hawk. We go fly. Mama, the mama said, "I make you go learn how to carry. You know, it did training. So when he come, he go carry dog. He carry dog pikin. Dog just look am. He no do anything. The mama say, you well done. What you carry concern a dog? He say, what thing the mama do? He say, "You just look me, not talk anything." He say, "No, they know they chop this one. Carry and go back." Then when you go carry chicken, before he reach, he still not begin fight. Blah, 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 blah. He injure and finish. He succeed. He carry and fly. Mama say, what thing happen? What thing be all this blood there? He say, before I land, say the mother hen don't fight me. Don't say, now this one could chop. I want to believe, say, because they say this docility where I see for River State, say now out of cowardice and so on. Something inside me just feel say, we could just sit down and look. You know? So I feel that having gone through this process and knowing that they didn't benefit, that their state is messed up, their resources, you know, they carry and come out, cut them away and so on. And under this government, no go say anything, you can't probe. So the weapon is in their hands. Come 2027, made a vote. And made a vote for one inconsequential party. If they rig am, that's when the real fight will come. That time now, let them now show them, say, Ndoki water the war. Let them show them, say, now we get the creeks and all those places. May they show them, say, you can talk with other people, but we, with the creek, something will happen. I don't want to that thing will happen. Because they get the power. If I say, now one state will get the power to say whether Nigeria go there or whether Nigeria not go stay. That's what I will say, because you know this is a slap. This is a disgrace.
Thank you, my
Yes.
brother. Thank
So
you.
make I leave you. Good night.
All the best. Good night.
I hope
Good
I
night.
make you happy small.
No, you
Make
know
you
make
smile
me happy.
small.
You know make me. I still dey wait for the happiness. I don't see him. I can.
No.
I'm excited
You
for
know,
you.
you know. Say yesterday. Okay, I believe maybe not yesterday. Oh, yesterday this thing. Still they worry. Me, I don't cheer up. I don't move on. You know. So better move on.
Thank you. Good night,
Yeah.
sir.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right, bye. Hello,
Yeah.
good evening and welcome. Please kindly make it quick so we'll close for the day. Welcome.
Okay. Hello, good evening, Precious.
It's Daniel. Is this you?
Yes.
Go ahead, please, Daniel.
Regarding to what happened to Fubara, it's just a big example of what the nation have turned into. And it's not something that any Nigeria should even be proud of. And what I'm always saying is this: the way the country is going, with the criminality and everything, it's only God's grace that will help us. I stopped talking about maybe, okay, there will be an election, or maybe there will be this, there will be that, because I know that one thing for sure is that I pray that this country will accept anything that is around us as from next year, because this country cannot continue like this. That's my prayer. So that at least this country needs serious reset, and the whole world is interested in what is coming. What is coming to Nigeria? The whole world is interested. If you look at recently, last month, they shuffled almost the whole security, a lot of security.
Normal. I don't even hear that thing before now. Say including on in fact, most of the security people, do you know, almost two weekly, now they change them.
Yes.
Very rapidly. Rapidly.
Whether they change or there's no change, we know that this country needs a serious reset. And the whole world is interested. A lot of Nigerians are interested. But my only prayer is that Nigeria should try as much as possible to unite. Let's stop all this. Maybe you're from the south, you're from the east. If somebody is criminal, let that person be criminal. The other day, this is how they surround this Tojibelu. He has nowhere to go. They have killed a lot of his commanders. But what happened? They have to intervene to tell them to leave him. And that's how this guy escaped.
Are you serious?
Yes. And
so that means they don't want to catch him.
If it's somebody from the east now, nobody will even call.
I beg, Daniel, don't come and be going. I beg. You see, my mental health is being disturbed. And after they go tell us, say they don't see him small, you remain small, they catch him, they don't go catch him. So this is what we're doing, playing politics.
It's funny. Even if he wants now, he can come on television live and address Nigeria. Nothing they'll still do. You see police, soldier, everybody will still guide these persons. And they'll tell you the next day that their posters are everywhere. They are looking for them. They are wanted. We are in such a country that is full of joke. If you go to Benue now, there's one thing in Benue that we even discovered. If you go to Burukum or you go to Lafia, there are some group of persons, they used to kidnap people. This is something that is very easy for this Nigerian security to say, okay, they will nip it to the bud, especially this Lausanne students that they kidnapped the other time that they were going to Yola. And they took them to the bush there around Aburukum. What happened? At the end of the day, the whole thing is politics. Even some of the kidnapping in Benue State. Politics. I'm not lying to you. You discover that drivers in the vehicle, when they kidnap these people, they will take these people to all this coven. But the drivers will go back.
All right. Daniel, make we just make we go rest a bit. Let's protect our mental health. It's crazy. I don't think we can exhaust matter about Nigeria, like this. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Okay, Nigerians, that's the size of our package this evening. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. Sometimes, no matter we get to do in Nigeria, they feel knock you off balance. But we'll continue to speak because we believe that one day, it go better. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Protect your mental health though, because wahala need a finish at all. Remember to subscribe to this platform if you've not done so. So kindly click on the subscription button. Follow us across all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of them. Just follow us across all of them. Subscribe, share this post. Please like it and let people around you make them hear what they talk about and what may happen. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Thank you, and thank you again for being part of the show. I love you guys. Good night and God bless you. Bye.